Many faces of hell in religion and philosophy. Hell. Dear viewer, the word itself conjures images of fire, brimstone, and eternal torment. It is a concept that has fascinated, terrified, and inspired humanity for millennia. Across religions and philosophies, hell takes on myriad forms, each reflecting the values, fears, and hopes of the cultures that conceived it. You know, from the fiery pits of Christian dogma to the icy realms of Norse mythology, hell is as diverse as the human imagination. In this video, we'll explore the different versions of hell and paint a vivid picture of how humanity has envisioned this ultimate punishment. Christianity, the Inferno of eternal damnation. In Christian theology, hell is a place of eternal punishment, where the wicked and those who reject Jesus Christ are sent to suffer in a lake of fire and brimstone. This vision of hell is rooted in the book of Revelation, where the Apostle John describes a terrible fate awaiting those who refuse to repent. And if anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire. Revelation 20:15. The Christian vision is also most famously illustrated in Dante Alighieri's Inferno. In this masterpiece of medieval literature, Dante descends into a meticulously structured hell, guided by the poet Virgil. "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." This iconic line, inscribed above the gates of hell, captures the despair and finality of damnation. The 9 concentric circles of hell are a harrowing allegory of sin, with each circle reserved for a particular vice, including lust, gluttony, greed, and so forth. Treachery, the gravest sin, lands one in the 9th circle, a frozen lake where souls are encased in ice, their tears freezing into a permanent mask of despair. But, dear viewer, not all Christian traditions view hell as a place of eternal torment. Some, like the Catholic Church, introduce the concept of purgatory, which is a temporary state of purification for souls not yet ready for heaven. Annihilationism offers another Christian perspective, suggesting that hell is not a place of eternal suffering, but of ultimate destruction. Here, hell is a cosmic incinerator, reducing souls to ash, erasing them from existence. This version of hell is less about eternal punishment and more about the finality of divine justice. Annihilationism has its roots in the early Christian church, with some church fathers like Arnobius of Sicca, died 330 AD, and Tychonius died 400 AD, expressing views that aligned with annihilationism. More recently, annihilationism is particularly popular among groups like Seventh-day Adventists and Jehovah's Witnesses. Matthew 10:28. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather, be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Islam, the multi-layered abyss of Jahannam. In Islam, hell is known as Jahannam, a place of fire and torment for those who reject Allah's guidance. The Quran describes it as a pit with 7 gates, each leading to a deeper level of suffering. The imagery is vivid: boiling water, scorching wind, and a fire that burns so intensely it blackens the skin. And for those who disbelieved in their Lord is the punishment of hell, and wretched is the destination. Quran 67:6. Yet, Jahannam is not just a place of physical torment. It is also a realm of profound spiritual anguish, where the damned are acutely aware of their separation from God's mercy. Islamic tradition also speaks of barzakh, an intermediate state where souls await the day of judgment. This could be seen as a shadowy waiting room where souls linger in a state of suspense, their ultimate fate hanging in the balance. Barzakh is a place of anticipation, where the soul's deeds in life are weighed, and the first whispers of divine judgment are felt. For some, it serves as a purification that paves the way to eventual redemption and entry into paradise. Judaism, the purifying flames of Gehenna. In Judaism, the concept of hell is less about eternal damnation and more about purification. Gehenna, a valley outside Jerusalem, was once used as a garbage dump where fires burned. Often compared to the Christian hell, the mystical and metaphorical Gehenna of the Old Testament is a more of a temporary place, however, where souls are cleansed of their sins. The process is painful but temporary, lasting no more than 12 months. After this period of purification, the soul is ready to enter the world to come, Olam Haba, a realm of eternal bliss. Earlier Jewish thought speaks of Sheol, a shadowy underworld where all souls go, regardless of their deeds in life. Imagine, dear viewer, a dimly lit cavern where souls wander like shadows, their memories of life fading like echoes in a deep, dark well. It is a place of rest, but also of obscurity, where the vibrancy of life is replaced by the monotony of eternal twilight. Hinduism, the karmic justice of Naraka. In Hinduism, hell is known as Naraka, a realm of punishment where souls are sent based on their karma. This may be seen as a vast underworld courtroom where souls are processed. Each soul's deeds are meticulously recorded and the appropriate punishment is meted out. The god Yama, often depicted as a stern judge seated on a buffalo, presides over this court. The punishments are varied and imaginative. Some souls are boiled in oil for deceit, others are crushed under rocks for greed, others are tied to burning iron pillars for theft, and still others are devoured by ravenous beasts for pride. But, dear viewer, Naraka is not eternal. After serving their sentence, souls are reborn, and their karma reset. It is a system of cosmic justice where every action has a consequence and every soul gets a chance at redemption. Buddhism, the temporary torment of Naraka. Buddhism shares the Hindu concept of Naraka, but places greater emphasis on its temporary nature. In Buddhist cosmology, with its focus on the cycle of birth, death and rebirth, samsara, Naraka is one of the 6 realms of existence, each representing a different state of being. Let us think of an interconnected web where souls move from realm to realm based on their karma. Naraka is the lowest realm, divided into hot and cold hells, and a place of intense suffering where souls are punished for their misdeeds. The hot hells are infernos of unimaginable torment, where sinners endure agonies like being pierced by fiery spears or consumed by flames. The cold hells, by contrast, are icy wastelands, where souls shiver and crack apart in the frigid void. One of the most terrifying Naraka realms is Avicii, also known as the unending hell. It is a realm of infinite suffering, where beings are subjected to unimaginable torment, without any hope of release. Avicii is a stark reminder of the consequences of extremely negative karma, serving as a cautionary tale for those who stray from the path of righteousness. But even in the scope of Naraka, there is hope. Not all suffering is an eternal Avicii. In other Naraka, there is a phase of the soul's journey toward enlightenment. The Tibetan Book of the Dead says, "This is like a dark tunnel, where souls endure unimaginable torment. But at the end of the tunnel, there is a glimmer of light, which is a promise of eventual liberation." Ancient Greek religion, the shadowy depths of Hades. In ancient Greek religion, the underworld is ruled by Hades, a somber and shadowy realm where souls go after death. This underworld is divided into different sections: the Elysian Fields, a paradise for the heroic and virtuous, and Tartarus, a place of torment for the wicked. In his Phaedo, Plato describes Tartarus as a deep, dark abyss, where the titans and other enemies of the gods are imprisoned. Imagine a vast subterranean prison, where the air is thick with the cries of the damned, and the walls are lined with chains that bind the souls of the wicked. Tartarus is a prison of eternal punishment. This is a place where figures like Sisyphus is eternally pushing his boulder uphill, and Tantalus is forever reaching for unattainable food and drink, symbolize the futility of defying divine order. Zoroastrianism, the fiery pit of Duzak. In Zoroastrianism, hell is known as Duzak, a place of punishment for the wicked. Picture a vast fiery pit where souls are tormented by demons and consumed by flames. The suffering is intense, dear viewer, but it is not eternal. After a period of punishment, the soul is purified and allowed to enter the realm of light, a place of eternal bliss. Duzak is a place of justice, where the soul's deeds in life are weighed, and the appropriate punishment is handed out. It is a system of cosmic balance, where every action has a consequence, and every soul is held accountable for its deeds. The journey through Duzak is like a crucible, burning away the soul's impurities, preparing it for the ultimate goal, union with the divine. Norse mythology, the cold realms of hell. In Norse mythology, Helheim is the realm of the dead, ruled by the goddess Hel. It is a vast, icy plain where the air is thick with the chill of death and the ground is covered in a perpetual layer of frost. Helheim is not exclusively a place of punishment. The realm of Helheim is divided into different sections, one for the virtuous, where souls can rest in peace, and another for the wicked, who did not die a heroic or notable death to endure torment. For the wicked, it is a vast, frozen wasteland, where the souls are trapped in ice, their cries of anguish echoing through the cold, dark air. It is a place of eternal cold, where the soul's worst fears are realized. Philosophical perspectives. The inner torment of existential hell. In philosophy, hell is often conceptualized as a state of mind or existence. Jean-Paul Sartre famously declared, "Hell is other people," in his play No Exit, suggesting that our interactions with others can create a personal hell. This is similar to a vast, endless room where individuals are trapped in a cycle of conflict, misunderstanding, and emotional pain. It is a place of inner torment, where the soul's worst fears and insecurities are magnified and there is no escape from the self. Moral hell is another philosophical concept you should be aware of. It represents the ultimate consequences of one's moral failings. Imagine a vast, dark void, where the soul is consumed by guilt and regret, its every action weighed down by the burden of past mistakes. It is a place of inner torment, where the soul's worst fears come to fruition, and there is no hope of redemption. In John Milton's Paradise Lost, the mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Isolation and the void. Many philosophies and religions view isolation as a form of hell, emphasizing the inherent human need for connection and community. Existentialist philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Martin Heidegger describe hell as a state of complete isolation, where individuals are alone with their own consciousness, devoid of meaningful relationships or a sense of belonging. In various religious traditions, isolation is also seen as a punishment or a state of spiritual deprivation. In Sufism, for instance, the mystical tradition of Islam, isolation from the divine is seen as a form of spiritual hell, where the individual is cut off from the love and guidance of God. For those who have had a distressing near-death experience, NDE, the void can be a hellish experience. Unlike with some mystics who choose to enter the void, For those who are thrown unwillingly into an NDE, the void is the ultimate in isolation and terror. These perspectives highlight the importance of human connection and community, emphasizing that isolation can be a profound source of suffering and despair. A mirror to the soul. The concept of hell is as diverse as humanity itself, a kaleidoscope of fire and shadow, suffering and redemption. It reflects our deepest fears and lost hopes, our struggles with morality and the mysteries of existence. Whether it is a place of eternal flames, an icy landscape, a temporary purgatory, or a metaphorical state of being, hell serves as a mirror to the soul, challenging us to confront the consequences of our choices and the nature of our humanity. In the end, dear viewer, perhaps hell is not just a destination, but a question. It is a riddle that asks us to ponder the nature of justice, the power of forgiveness, the need for introspection, and the eternal quest for meaning in a world where darkness and light are forever intertwined.